Thank you very much.
I don't I don't know what to call you. Frank Ocean. What happened with your ankle right there?
Have you heard? But I've been bike riding all over the place because there's not a lot of good transportation around Coachella. So I just decided I would bike ride around and got into a little fender bender accident. Kept me off the ice this weekend. Sorry, everybody. Weekend 2 that wanted to see me. I apologize. I wanted to tell everybody that. I apologize. I'm sorry, everybody.
Wait, Adam, is this like blackface or not? So, Adam, thank you for coming on the podcast. Officially, I like the bit. You freaking wrapped your ankle to go with the Mavs. Like you committed. I appreciate somebody who commits.
Yeah, I'm a pretty
Unlike Frank Ocean, who couldn't commit to performing, even though he knew he was booked in 2020. He had 3 years to prepare.
I was a little disappointed. I'm a really big fan. My lady's even a bigger fan. It was tough. It was actually really heartbreaking because we actually wanted to see him at the FYE, I think it's called.
Yeah, FYE Fest.
FYE Fest, and then he pulled out, and then Kanye replaced him, which Kanye's a great replacement. He performed.
It was Kanye and Kid Cudi, no? Or just
yeah,
Kanye?
Something like that. I remember, and then later on, it was crazy. Later on, he performs in LA somewhere, and I think Brad Pitt showed up, all these different people, and it was crazy because we were so excited. We're like, oh, he's going to start performing. And then he just disappears.
And he's only done like 5 performances in his whole career.
God.
He's only performed 5 times.
No, I don't doubt that it's only been about 5 times. I think SNL was like 2 of them.
SNL.
Yeah.
He did Coachella 2012. I have a picture on my phone. Did I show it to you?
Yeah, I was there. I was there.
Coachella 2012. I have, like when you go on my phone, one of the first pictures, I have the date and everything. Coachella 2012, and it's just. And then Tyler the Creator came out. He was like hanging on the speakers and shit. He was climbing up the speakers. That was a bad excuse, like breaking the ankle.
Yeah. Honestly, as I read about it a little more, there's a lot more to the story. I think it's really difficult when something happens and it's not happening the way you want it to. Like I know he's kind of a perfectionist, and like I think a huge thing about him is if it's not happening the way he's visualizing it, then he starts to kind of pull back and say, I don't think we should do it. You know, like
the ice skating thing.
Yeah.
That concept sounded so cool. Like if it actually happened, because they had hired like hockey players and like professional skaters. So it's going to be like a cool show while he's singing. Like, or that would have been.
I think it would have been awesome. And there was a lot of podcasts where they had like the skaters and hockey players. They were like talking about their experience, you know, during rehearsals and things. And he looked like he was respectful and he really wanted to do it. And it looked like he was really trying. I don't know. I heard something about like the makeup, for example. He didn't really like the way the makeup came out. And he didn't really like a couple of other things and decided to scrap it. And then so last minute, they had to make the stage safe for people to walk on instead of skate on. So that took the extra hour.
They had to melt the eyes.
Yeah, like they had to do a bunch of extra stuff. And I don't really think he was late. I think there was just some preparations that needed to be made. And
yeah, it's pretty crazy. It sucks because there's people that literally just went to Coachella to see Frank Ocean. But I mean, I think those people still had a good ass time.
Yeah.
The only problem it is for those people that waited 12 hours in the front. Because I had a friend named Luis. He came all the way from Atlanta because he's like, I got to see Frank Ocean. He camped out as soon as the gates opened. He camped out the front of the stage for 10 hours, 12 hours, whatever. And then Frank Ocean doesn't show up and does that. Like if like Frank Ocean wasn't gonna commit, at least like tell them so they could replace you. And then that way maybe he would have gone to other stages and seen some other fucking shows. Because then he sacrificed watching other people at the Sahara tent or the other ones in order to go see Frank Ocean type stuff. So.
Definitely.
So that sucks for those like diehard fans. And there's people that just went on Sunday. They're like, oh, fuck it, I'm not going to go Friday, Saturday. I just want to go Sunday for Frank Ocean. I saw a bunch of people asking who are they excited to see. It's always Frank Ocean was one of the top ones.
Yeah, and I think all of us, maybe we would have been a little more, I think we just wanted an apology, that's all. Like, or something, you know, just to say, hey, you know, like a statement from his camp saying, hey, you know, it just wasn't happening the way I wanted it to. I wanted to apologize to everybody. I'm definitely going to bring it. But the way he's kind of stayed quiet this whole time, everyone kind of feels like they don't know if he cares or not. And I think people are just
Has he ever done a podcast?
No, but he's definitely done interviews before. I've seen.
He should go on like fucking Joe Rogan or some shit. That'd be bad. Like that's where he'll break the silence.
That'd be.
He
pretty
should come
cool.
on this podcast, Frank Ocean. we got you, dog.
Yeah, we're trying to manifest it. That's basically
It's
what we're
true.
trying to
If
do.
you work for Frank Ocean, hit us up. We'll have to
Yeah,
talk to him. But yeah, no, Coachella. Besides for the Frank Ocean,
yeah.
and then you
Besides
wanted to
that,
go weekend. You went weekend too,
yeah,
and you that was the artist you wanted to see the most.
it was definitely one of the ones that was the biggest exciting thing that I was looking forward to. I mean, I got to see Blackpink before, when they were an undercard act before, and I loved them then, and they were awesome, even more awesome now. Bad Bunny, I know, that was definitely something that we've talked about, and I definitely that was really exciting to watch too. But there was a lot of people that I think I really was excited to watch. I was really really excited to watch J. Paul,
You got to
and
see a set.
yeah, I got to see
How
his
was that?
set. It was amazing, and I really liked the way he was with the audience. Like every time, I loved how the audience would cheer him on through each song, and he would get like these giggles where like you could tell like he loves music so much, and you know how much it meant to him to be there at Coachella after hearing his story, like his
Yeah.
story, like
So what
his
was the story behind him? I know that he was like making beats and like Beyonce used one of his songs or something.
yeah.
And then before he finished his album, they leaked it or what? Do you know more?
Yeah, and so well, I actually heard this story actually from my lady. She told me a little bit about it, and she said I want to see J. Paul. So then I started looking into him a little bit, and yeah, basically what you were saying, somebody had taken his USB drive or something like that, and they leaked all his music. And
Damn.
like a lot of people were sampling his songs, like you said, Beyonce. There's like some other people that also sampled his song. You know that song that goes, "It's just a crush, a crush." I can't sing,
I don't
but if I were to sing
know.
it better, like basically, like
Yeah.
songs like that, there was things that he worked, that he produced, that he
Oh
worked on,
shit.
and like there was a lot of stuff that just wasn't ready, and he got so discouraged by the leak that he got really self-conscious, and he pulled away from
The
the
music industry.
spotlight.
Yeah.
Yeah, for I don't know how many years it's been, but he
That was
pulled
like the
away.
2010s. I think it's like 15 years later.
Yeah. And so this was his coming back, and it felt so good to watch him smile like on the
Did
stage
he get to talk to the audience?
performing.
Did he say
A
something?
little bit. He just was like telling people. The first weekend was better because I was watching, like he had a bigger
Okay.
reaction during the first weekend. Like it was crazy. Like the first weekend was the time I think you got his true reaction.
That was the
And
first performance. Yeah.
yeah, and I think that's why a lot of people like first weekend too, because the reactions are like the first most honest reaction that you get. Like I remember the first reaction I had when I saw the Tupac hologram.
Yeah,
The
that shit
first
was
weekend,
insane.
everybody was like, "What the
Everyone was
like?"
haunting,
It
bro.
was haunting. It was quiet. Everybody was so like, "Oh my god!"
Like,
Like,
what is that even happening?
yeah, like
Imagine.
like everybody was like dead speechless. And I just remember it. And then when I saw it the second weekend, everyone knew it was coming. So it
Yeah,
was different feeling, but it was still awesome.
yeah. I mean, I'm surprised I haven't done another hologram. Well, we just had a hologram show. I guess
Yeah.
that counts. That shit. Do you get to see that one a little bit?
I did. I did get to see that
Yeah,
one.
that was one of my favorite sets of the weekend. I ended up going. We camped out for it, so we went like 30 minutes early just to get to the front. We were like super in the front, but we were like in a good area.
Yeah.
We got to see most of it, and then I regret because I was like, okay, I'll catch most of it, and then I go see Labyrinth like straight back to the Mojave, right?
Yeah.
And I was just on into the show and whatever, and then I was with Brian. Then Brian ended up leaving. He's like, I'm gonna go to the front. He was just dancing and having fun, like you know how Brian gets at our shows here, the Desert Underground shows. Imagine
Yeah.
him at Coachella. He was people couldn't stop him. So this he took off. So I was like, we were gonna meet up at Speaker B3 for Kevin Harris. Was that the same day? I don't even remember anymore. And then yeah, it was Kevin Harris.
Yeah.
And then from there, I was like, oh shit, I need to go. And I skipped a lot of Blackpink weekend too, because I watched like most of the set weekend one. So I was
Yeah.
like, I watched like the intro and then the little satellite show or the drone
Yeah.
show.
Oh my
The
gosh.
drone
That
shows
was
are
so
so cool,
awesome.
bro. Bjork had one too yesterday or Sunday,
That was
but
pretty
anyway,
cool.
yeah. So I by the time I checked the time down and to get out, I was in the front of the outdoor theater, so I had to go through a sea of people because it was packed. By the time I made it to Labyrinth, there was literally just the last song playing. Then
Weekend one or weekend two?
weekend two this
Oh,
week.
the Zendaya performance?
Yeah, Alex got to
Wow.
see it. That's
So
crazy.
awesome.
And then as soon as that shit ended, I was like, oh my God, I have to go back to main stage. So I went from the front of the outdoor theater to the Mojave. Like, I walked like a mile. Literally, just when the song ended, I had to walk a mile back to the fucking Speaker B3 main stage and shit. And then Calvin Harris started.
How many miles did you walk this weekend too? You think?
Ah, man, I remember. One of the days was Sunday, did 12.2 miles, bro. Just on Sunday.
Whoa.
I was dead, bro. By the time Skrillex came out, I was just like, fuck. I think I walked too much. I don't know. I don't know why.
I know Scylla and I, we were saying that we look like the Bambi character when Bambi was born.
Yeah.
Because like our
The
legs were
wobbly
just
legs.
like, yeah, like I for some reason my knees were like not strong enough anymore. Like they were just, I was like, am I really getting that old where I can't do that?
When was the first time you went to Coachella?
I have to say that, so I actually used to work the event. That was actually my first Coachella, was actually working, picking up trash. And it was actually a pretty humble, job. I'd go out with like little trash pickers, and like I'd wear a shirt with like the recycle symbol on it.
Yeah.
And they would have you going around.
What year was this?
This is, I want to say it's 2000, maybe 2010, 2011.
Okay.
Because I moved out here like in 2008, and a family friend or a family member, they're in agriculture, like they do the grapes like during the season and do all that stuff, and they have these crews of people that go out and pick up the trash, and they work all the events like during the off season when the grapes aren't doing their thing. And so I would be part of their crew, and I would go out there, and I was the only one who didn't speak Spanish. I mean, I speak kind of Spanish, but I would learn all like the phrases like "venga para acá" and
Yeah.
and like all these different like stuff, and like I would pick up trash and do all that. And what we do is we'd go in the porta potties, change out of our shirt, and then we'd go and watch
The show.
Coachella. And like our supervisors would be like, "Where were you?" And like I would be like, I would pull like a trash bag out of a trash can, and it'd be like a bunch of trash, like because people would be throwing their cups out,
Yeah.
like as they're exiting, which they changed this year. It seems like they changed the rule this year, but they were throwing trash as you exit to GA. So I would just pull the trash out of the trash can, in which everybody was just filling it up,
And you just
and it looked like, and I was like, I was picking up a bunch of trash. And like trying to show I wasn't in trouble, so you don't get in trouble.
Yeah.
And they're like, "Oh yeah, you were picking up trash. Good job." And then they would walk away, and I'm like, "Oh my God!" And then I'd tie it up, and then take it to the dumpster.
Go watch another set.
Yeah, go watch another set. We would disappear all the time,
That's sick.
and it was cool. We got the little working wristband, so you can go through VIP, you can go through wherever. But they kind of changed it a little bit because people were selling their wristbands.
Well, yeah. That's how I got in one of the years. We paid somebody picking up trash. They actually had an extra wristband, and then they will walk you in and walk out, and you just get back, and then you just go watch the show.
It's awesome.
It was super sick. But then they don't even let you park inside, except security was super chill this year at Coachella.
Yeah.
Even like to park, they weren't like checking wristbands and shit. They were just like anybody get in. They weren't checking anything, cameras. I had a media pass second week. Weekend one, we took the camera in, and they didn't even care. And then week two,
That's awesome.
I actually got hooked up with the media pass, and then they didn't ask me for it. They were just like, "Oh, what's up, cameraman?" Fucking go inside and shit. I was like, "All right." And then I got to record some security guards dancing. That was pretty good experience.
When you go through GA, how's the security like?
What do you mean?
So this is my experience. So I had a VIP wristband. I go through the special VIP entrance, and the guy's like, "Okay, boop boop," and like just pats you down real quick, looks at your bag, and like he doesn't even go through it, and then you just like walk out. I was like, "Damn, I could have brought anything," and like it was a different experience. And then the other people are like, you look at general admission, and some people are saying like they got like patted down, they had to empty their shoes, they had to open their hats, they had to like pretty much like had like
Airport security
with like a rubber glove and stuff. And I was like,
I had such an easy GA. Actually, the earlier you go, the less strict they are. That's
Yeah.
something I noticed. They get more strict when there's a shitload of people. If you go early, bro, like here, come in, just enjoy the festival.
Yeah.
And then like the security guards are more energized and more chill. By the night, you know, they're fucking tired. You know, they're fucking god damn it. And then all the
Mhm.
supervisors start showing up in the evening too. That's what happens.
That
Same
makes
thing with like the
sense.
securities that's in front of the stages. Usually the people are more chill, and then like around like 3 or 4, the big boss fucking supervisors show up.
Yeah.
Then they get all tight. I think it's I don't know. You have to go early, bro.
Yeah.
It's too much time wasted if you don't go.
I was going to ask you, what do you think about the parking this year? Because I know last year there was a lot of issues where people had to sleep in their cars until like 4 in the morning just to exit.
The exit, we had one day where it took forever. One day
Yeah.
it took like almost 2 hours to get out. It was insane.
Oh,
I
crap.
just had it on parking because I was just like, oh, and that's oh man. So the media pass did come in handy.
Yeah.
It was that Friday. So on Friday, I think we showed up like at 5, and it was so full. Like the parking lots were crazy. But because I had the media pass, we were down the blue path coming down 52. They weren't letting cars in, and then I literally, I think Alex was driving, or I don't know who was driving, and then we just pulled up, and then I was like, "Hey, I have to go take pictures. I got a media pass and this and that." I had the
That's
camera and
so
shit, and he's like, "Oh
awesome.
yeah, come on." And she moved the cone, and led us into the fucking.
That's
I was like,
so awesome.
they told us blue path, and she's like, "All right, boom, we got in," and they couldn't believe it. Like, what the fuck? You gotta have some confidence.
Yeah. That is freaking awesome. See, that's the good part.
Yeah, so that
Those are
one
the
came
good
through,
stories.
and then but because I was so late, they parked us super far, so
Yeah.
it took 2 hours to get out because we were like super in the fucking deep. And then the next 2 days, the traffic weekend too was way worse.
Oh yeah.
The parking lots on Saturday, was it Saturday or Sunday? Saturday about like 5, and Sunday about like 4 p.m. they were full already. All the parking lots. They were taking people to tennis gardens so they could shuttle them in, or to the India Fairgrounds. And Alex says she read on Reddit that they ran out of wristbands. They were giving them like medical something and
Really?
sending them in.
Will call, yeah.
No
At will
way.
call. They ran out of wristbands at will call.
No way. That's crazy.
So I have a theory that they oversell.
Hmm.
There's no control. Like how does somebody know if there's 125,000 or 135,000? You know.
Right.
And I think weekend 1 they undersell. I think they like it's way more packed weekend 2. It's crazy. I just couldn't believe it. Like you go in at 1 on Friday, bro, it's empty.
Yeah.
You go in at 1, there's nobody in the field. Like I have the eyes just all green and nice, and like you get to the front stage. People start showing up at night though.
Yeah.
So that's usually more. But weekend 2, there's people since like 1 p.m., 2 p.m. It's already freaking getting full. So I don't know. I think they just oversell because every person that gets in, you know, they're probably $1,000 per person type shit, like merch and drinks and this and that.
Yeah.
So I think they just weekend 1 use it to promote. That's why they invite all the influencers and all the celebrities and just the whole moment.
That makes so much sense.
And then weekend 2 is like, here, just fucking, let's just make money out of these foods. And then that's how the music's better. Weekend 2 because there's more people.
Yeah.
So a lot of times people are like, oh, weekend 1's crowd is not as good. But weekend 2 crowd, you get to prep through the live stream. Like you watch the sets, I'm like, oh, that set look crazy.
Yeah.
Now, the whole week you're excited. And then boom, weekend 2 comes and then you just go hard. Weekend 1, you don't know what to expect. That's the like what we're saying, the premiere. You don't know what the sets are gonna look like. You don't know. Yeah, you just go play it by ear. So there's no wrong. I hate like choosing one because it's about the experience.
Yeah.
So like even in the same festival, we both will go weekend 2. We watch different artists, or we watch the same artist from different perspectives, and you might like it more than me, or you know what I'm saying. It's just like whatever you could experience is dope.
Yeah, I actually followed your advice actually when I went into Coachella, because I was like, okay, well, this is the first year I just did general parking. So or the day parking, free day parking. Last year I paid the 200 or whatever for the preferred, and we would just keep a cooler in the car. We'd go into Coachella, and then we're like, oh, you know, let's have a little lunch break, or like, let's go have lunch. So we'll go back out to the car, which is not that far. Well, it was far, but not that far away. And we'd go in, we had sandwiches and Lunchables and like all this like drinks and everything. We'd come out into the car and just hang out in the AC and eat. And then we would go back and we just saved ourselves some money, you know, like that was really awesome. Sometimes
How close was the preferred parking? I don't think
it was just like, I mean, I felt like it was close at the time until I realized that day parking wasn't that much further off.
Yeah.
Like it was just the next parking lot over. And I was like, wow, I could save myself $200.
Yeah.
So I did it this time, and I was like, wow, I followed your advice. I showed up at 1:45 every day. And the first day, easy parking by like the one C tower or 1B tower, like real up close. It was really easy. Second day, same thing. And then the third day though, we got there and we're like, whoa, they backed we like everyone got there early, so we like were backed up to almost like a little further back. But I definitely noticed that there was just a lot of like it's almost like you kind of have to learn as you go
Yeah.
because they do stuff different every time.
Yeah.
There's a street called Horth Street, which used to be like the way where you can kind of sneak down Horth Street, make a left, and have access to go into preferred parking.
Yeah.
But they closed it off this year, and like they have cops blocking it off and all these different things, and they made it totally different this year.
They need to. I don't know how could they add more parking, bro.
I know.
They
Their
used to.
Sunday was bad too because everyone that's camping moves their cars out into general parking.
Yeah.
So they can leave after the festival.
Oh.
Oh,
If
that's
not,
true.
'cause
That
they don't
makes
let them
sense.
out. Remember, they don't let them out after a certain time.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
So they all
true.
move to general parking, like everybody.
That's so true. I didn't even think about that.
That's crazy.
Yeah, and like I know that's definitely this year though, I think they improved on the parking because I remember I got stuck in the parking lot a lot. Like I almost had to miss the headliner just to get out of that parking lot on time because I remember it was like Billie Eilish and we're like, you know what? We've seen Billie Eilish one Coachella. Let's go, like let's just go. We've already seen all this. We watched most of it and then we just hurried up to the car and we actually ran to the car so we could get out.
Yeah. If you leave it when the headliner's playing, it's so easy.
Yeah.
It's like last year I did the same thing. Weekend 2. I was fucking too tired. It's because
Yeah.
damn, I do too much walking, bro. I get excited and I'm just like, I'm gonna go from this stage. I'm gonna go to another over here, and then by the time at the end of the day, I think I don't know. I just like to be in there.
Yeah, and I think one thing that's really cool too is that like Coachella's kind of like a choose your own adventure book. Like, you go in there and everybody's playing at same times. Like you almost have to pick and choose
I
who's most
know that's
important to
the
you.
worst. I
Like you're
remember.
like, oh my God, like I've seen this guy, but I really like this guy. And then, oh my God, this is the first time am I ever gonna see this person ever again? And you're like weighing things out in your head and trying to think pros and cons. And oh, maybe I'll catch 10 minutes of this and 20 minutes of this and back over to this stage that's 2 miles
Do
away.
you know how many artists you watched this Coachella?
I didn't count, but I remember you saying something similar to like 5 artists on average. You see like 5 artists a day or something like that, or
So someone told me they
something
track
like
you
that.
through the app. So
Yeah.
so when you're looking at like set times and shit, they know where people are standing. So they were to track where like the crowds move, who had more people and stuff.
Yeah.
So I know someone said I think the average weekend they only watch like I think 5 to 7 artists over the entire or 3. What was it? It's like less than 6 throughout the whole weekend. Like,
Yeah.
people
The whole
The whole
weekend?
weekend, bro.
You only 5 to 6 artists the whole
The whole
weekend?
weekend. And then when you really think about it, like how many sets you actually watch? Like, are you fucking those people that camp it out? Yeah, but like,
Yeah.
there's people that show up at 7, 8. They only watch the 2, like the headliner and maybe one more, or maybe 3. Some people,
Really?
there's some people that are just kicking it, like fucking taking naps, or you're doing all the other bullshit, or you're in the campgrounds. And
Yeah.
then you come in, you watch your set, and you leave, and it's like maybe 2, 3 per day. Like when you actually think about it, like you might catch a lot of sets, but actually watching sets. I like to catch music though.
Yeah.
I'm like fucking as many as I can. This year I try to watch different artists week 1 and week 2 because last year I did a lot of repeats because I was like I love that set so much I gotta see it again.
Yeah, for sure.
But this year, weekend 2, yeah, I don't know. They were both super cool. I like both of them.
I really enjoyed the experiences too. Like I got to go, in between certain sets. Like I would go and I checked out the Carrera eyeglasses set.
Yeah, los lentes Carrera.
yeah.
Yeah, I see
Dude. But serious, it was so dope. Like they had a 360 degree, the camera.
Yeah.
We all about that camera.
Easy promotions right there.
Yeah, no, they were there, and they were. You could try on their $250 glasses while they're doing the 360 degree camera, and then you post it and hashtag the hell out of Coachella and Carrera lenses and all that kind of stuff. And then they had Neutrogena, which was doing like the sunblock, which was awesome because everyone needed sunblock. But
Oh yeah, sunblock dispensaries. That's cool.
I made the worst mistake of my life by just slapping a big chunk of sunblock on my face, and I got sunblock in my eye, and I had to go to the medical tent.
No way. What
Yeah,
the fuck?
it was so embarrassing because I came up,
Bro, no
and then
way.
the guy's like, "Excuse me, can I help you?" And I said, "Yeah, I need help." And he's like, "Are you?" He's looking me up and down, like thinking I'm like,
On
"What's
drugs.
wrong with him?" Yeah, on drugs, and I'm like, no, it's not like that. It's like I need to wash my eye out, and he's like, I felt like the weakest person there. Like, there's people there, like pretty much like in there for dehydration. One guy had a tampon in his nose because he had a really bad bloody nose. So he had a tampon in like one nostril, and I'm sitting there looking at all these different people in like the little hospital
Yeah.
area, and they're all looking at me like, you weak ass. Like, I'm sitting there getting like squirted in the eyes with like the saline lotion, and everyone else is like broken arms and like
Damn, bro.
ODing and stuff, and I felt so bad, and I'm like, dude, I was like, it's freaking crazy, and like, but yeah, like I did the Neutrogena sunblock in my eye. And then I went to
Yeah, I liked all those little tents. They had
they were great.
the
I loved it.
electrolyte, and the one that they give you like free water. That was a lot
Yeah.
of cool places to like stay away from the heat. You know what? I didn't even fucking go into the other. Do you go like the Espacio? That was the Bad Bunny thing.
Yes.
I didn't go into all of them.
I loved Despacio. It's actually really cool because you go in there and there's no lights except for like there's like
The
lights.
lasers,
Yeah,
yeah.
the lasers, and that's it. It was nice and cool in there, and like the music was like just a vibe in there, and like it was so dark. Like I turned on my little I had like a little light glow stick. I turned it on and everyone looked at me like, turn that shit off. And I'm like, I turned it off because everybody wanted it dark in there, and like I had like the little like glow stick, and I was like, I tucked it in because I was like, I don't want people to look at me like that. But it was so awesome. Like, I love Despacio.
Yeah, they changed it for the Arctic Dome.
Yeah, I really liked the Arctic Dome though. I kind of missed it, especially this weekend. It was so hot.
Yeah, the 360 visual was dope. But I mean, it makes more sense is like make another cool tent for indoor instead of just like a little experience.
Yeah.
We'll see. Maybe they'll bring it back in the future, be like a throwback. Oh, it's coming back, like they always do like old stuff. So I didn't even go into the Heineken Dome.
I did. I went to the Heineken Dome. I remember you saying something about like you don't really like head that direction. I know you do. You'll go like
It sucks because I want to catch the music.
Yeah.
And that's still cool moments though. There's like Method Man performing last
I
weekend
know.
one, tbro. The line was crazy. I actually tried to get in there, but I was like, fuck, the line's too big.
Yeah.
But that would have been a cool experience, like a super just on the club type shit.
I only got to see Coco and Breezy. They were doing the Heineken tent. We went in there, and I mean, I don't even really drink Heineken, so I was like, I came in there, I felt like a poser. Like, I go in there and like everybody's like drinking and showing like the new flavors of Heineken or whatever, and like I'm like sitting there going, like, I'm just sitting here for the music and like just getting sprayed by the little spritzers.
Yeah.
And then we're like, okay, we're over this, and then we kind of went and we went to the Coke studio. Did you get to go to the Coke studio?
No, I didn't go into it.
Because there's a big AR experience in there. And I didn't even know until you go inside. Like, there's this, I don't know, it's like this little anime character singing a song. And they have you download this, like, not an app, but you scan a QR code and it opens up this AR experience on your phone. And then they start playing a song, and then these objects come up on the screen. And then you use your phone to collect the objects. And then at the end, you get a prize. And then you email the prize to yourself. I'm like, okay, you got my email address. You got my freaking, and now you're going to give me a Coke at the end. Like, they give you a little Coke. They have like 4 or 5 different flavors of Coke to give you.
Man, that's branding right there, bro.
Yeah, dude, they were smart. I was like, I don't even drink soda, and you guys made me drink soda. I was like, you guys got me. It was like really good.
Now we gotta bring those to that. Then we need a soda experience, or not a soda experience, but a cool experience like that. Now, yeah, there was a lot of new places. The Absolute Tent, they moved it. It used to be by the main stage last year.
That's always awesome in the Absolute Tent.
Yeah, we went in there.
Yeah.
Then Mojave. I saw some of Willow's set last week. I saw that Mojave. That's the only set I watched, and a little bit of Blondie. We got to see.
Oh my god, how was Blondie?
It was pretty cool from the outside. We weren't in there; like we were just kind of on the outside. and she didn't have blonde hair. She had gray hair. Well, I expected her to have blonde hair.
Yeah.
Like, why didn't you just dye it, bro, for like one last time? One last time. But
That's funny.
but it was cool.
She had gray hair.
It was cool because like she had gray hair. It was gray.
Gray. Oh my god. It's so funny.
No disrespect.
No disrespect, Blondie. You're awesome.
Then from there, that was on Friday. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna go camp out because I want to be in the front for Metro Boomin.
Yeah.
So we went to the Sahara and I caught two friends. That was the artist name. Two friends.
I saw the jerseys.
They were bad, bro.
Yeah,
they had a
jerseys
spaceship.
were pretty cool.
It was a spaceship, and we were riding the front. It was me, Brian, and JT. Oh, and Oliver too, and Oliver and his girl, and they had like a spaceship. They were DJing, and then the station went up like in the middle of the set, and they were doing like a laser show, and they were badass, bro. They were actually super good. They were playing a lot of like classic songs, like they had like rock songs and some pop songs, and yeah, they had a good set. So we watched the whole set because we were waiting for Metro. So
yeah,
and once they ended, like the crowd got full, bro. We're like, damn, like we were so hot too because it was the hottest day I think on Friday, and all the bodies, bro, were just fucking squished in there. And then once Metro started, the fire, you could fucking feel it, bro. Like it was just getting even more
think the
hot.
Weeknd felt it too. Did you see what happened to the Weeknd during?
He almost burned his hand.
Yeah, like he like jumped back and he's like, whoa. Like during his thing when the fire popped
that
up.
That shit was super strong.
The performance was fire.
As soon as it started, like a mosh pit started, everyone was like, "Oh hell no!" And they were like, "I'm like," I turned around and there's like a mosh pit opened up. I was like, "Oh shit!" And then we had the camera, so we had the camera, and it was me, Brian, JT, and I told Brian, no, I was behind Brian and JT, and Brian had the camera recording, and then I was trying to get JT, but like I got pushed away, like the people just fucking rushed. And then I got into the mosh pits and like fucking that shit was crazy.
That must have been
when
crazy.
Future came out and they played Masked Off, bro. Like Masked Off.
Oh my god!
You just hear the echoes in the Sahara.
Future looked like he had way more energy this weekend than he did last weekend.
Yeah, because he came out the gate like. So last week he was the first one to start.
Yeah,
you know, like straight off the gate. So it's like, you know, he probably was a little nervous. Or
yeah,
weekend 2, you already did it once. You know what to expect. And then the weekend just fucking left them for you on a platter because that fool opened the weekend.
He teed it up for him.
The weekend was so.
Yeah, weekend was such a good. Yeah, he is him.
Shout out to the homie Brian because Brian Suarezito.
Yeah.
That fool, like he's been talking about the weekend for like 20 years, or 10 years. Whenever he saw him, he's
been trying to put you on to the weekend.
He's been trying to put me on for the weekend. Even last year, I didn't even really care when he played last year because everyone was super tired. Like Swedish House just closes it out, doesn't fuck, everyone's dancing, and then here's another hour. Fucking the weekend, the first 3, 4, 5 songs were fire. Then it started getting like everyone started dozing out because it was too fucking tiring.
Yeah.
But this year I was in the fucking trenches and I was blown away, bro. The weekend was badass. I like that.
He's freaking awesome. I like seriously. Metro Boomin definitely was. I think a lot of people's favorite set, especially with him bringing out his friends. The songs, like so many hits. Like he's behind so many big hits that are out right now.
Did you see? He had over 80,000 people at the Sahara tent.
It's crazy.
80,000. I don't think I've heard. Well, last year, I wonder how many Big Sean had because they said Big Sean had more people than Harry Styles last year.
Yeah, I remember you telling me that.
So,
and I went in your secret spot too. You know,
all the way to the right.
Yeah, to this.
There was always room.
It was perfect.
Yeah,
it was awesome.
There's always room. You could get close to the stage.
Yeah, I was like, this is awesome. I like this little spot right here. You know, like
that's our little hack.
Yeah,
I tell people, and then people are like, "Bro, I'm on this side because you told me." Someone told me.
Yeah.
When we were watching, probably Metro, and then I ran into like, that's my favorite moment. Like you're in the mosh pit, and then you run into somebody that watches your videos. They're like, "Bro, what the fuck?" And then they got excited and shit.
That's freaking awesome. That's got to be.
That's
cool.
my favorite moment. Like,
I like that. I like
see me in the mosh pit. That's what it's for.
I like that people see you and they watch your videos. I mean, seriously, your videos have such good content and good, helpful, especially people that are going to Coachella for the first time that don't know like how much of a strain it's going to put on your body or how much they need to prepare, or they don't know like where are the good places to charge your phone, or like like it's so good for them to watch those videos because I think every single little thing can be either a time saver or a money saver. or something that can make something really, really exciting happen. Like just the things that you talk about in a lot of your videos, because a lot of the stuff I definitely use a lot of your advice, and it helped so much this year. Like I just had to tell you thank you for putting stuff out, because I know how many people you must have helped, like.
No, I appreciate it. It was a lot of people that were coming up to it. It's crazy, bro. I don't know. It just feels like surreal.
And they're from like different countries, like coming here from all over the world just to visit our city,
Yeah.
and they watch these videos because they don't know what they're gonna walk into. I
Yeah,
mean,
we ran into, yeah, both weekends, like just everywhere. I think I ran into more people weekend one. I don't know. It's because I was in the festival longer. Like
yeah,
weekend one, we were in there by one, like all 3 days, like just 12 hours of just straight banger fucking music. This week, since I was coming in late and it's hard at night, just I would meet people like they were walking around for a set. I met a lot of locals weekend too, because that's where all the locals go. So
yeah.
that was cool. And I caught some sets with Miguel. But by the end, I ended up losing my group on Sunday, like Blink 182, and I was freaking exhausted, bro. To be honest,
Yeah.
6 days is a lot, bro.
It is.
But I'm still tired right now. I still haven't recovered.
I know. I haven't recovered either. I got a festival cough. All my sinuses
Yeah.
are all messed up. You probably have a million. You probably have so much content that you filmed and.
So we plan on making one long video, like either documentary style or just like a big vlog.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna include just kind of like what happened, and like as many people as we recorded, like just like subscribers or friends.
Yeah.
Just random people that were dancing around us, because like we would pull out the camera, like, oh, you were there, fucking
Yeah.
you and Brian. Like there's just so many cool memories. I got some performances in there. I don't know how I'm gonna do with the performances, but I think I'm just gonna include them.
Yeah.
They'll get flagged for copyright, but like I want people to just experience what I experienced.
Yeah, for sure.
That's gonna be cool. And then I'm gonna make some montages of like the people from the interviews. Like, yeah, it was cool. Just a cool experience.
It's freaking awesome, and it's an event that you talk about for years, because
It's because I influenced a lot of people to go to Coachella this year.
Yeah.
And every single one of them like, fuck, life changing. This is amazing. It's because like it's better than the videos. It's better than the videos. It's better than the pictures. Like you can't capture the moment, like
you can't
being there. When like the artist is playing and like literally the ground is vibrating with the bass.
Oh.
And then like people are singing around you, and the energy and it's insane.
It's so true. Like I was in the porta potty, and like that's a place where you're supposed to like not, you're supposed to just get in and out, but I was in the porta potty using the restroom, and I was right next to the Sahara stage. Yeah. And it was thumping so hard that I was like in there going like peeing and like just fist pumping and peeing at the same time. And I just was like, whoa, like, and it vibrates like your whole body and your soul. And like you meet people, like you start dancing. I can't tell you how many people like next to me, like we're like dancing and like talking and, oh, have you ever seen this guy before? Yeah. And you just meet these people random from everywhere.
From all over the world, bro. Like there's crazy. People, you're walking around, you hear people speaking other languages, and it just like it opens up. It's just inspiration.
Yeah,
it inspires me a lot.
Yeah,
I think
definitely.
It's just everything, because it's like that's when you realize how big everything is, and like you're never around 100,000 people, literally next to you, walking across you. Like you look anywhere, there's a sea of people, and you're never exposed to that. I think that's a big. Just the energy in the field is crazy.
Yeah, for sure.
What was your favorite set of the weekend?
I'd have to say I really like Ash Nico is one of my favorites, because I discovered her actually as a local. I like to watch Coachella the first weekend on YouTube when they started doing it, when they started streaming it on YouTube.
Yeah.
I started watching it the first weekend because I would, watch like the set list and everything. And then when you go the second weekend, you're like, oh, I already watched some of these sets. So like you kind of feel like you can kind of like dip out if you need to, because you've already seen it. You kind of like, oh, I know what they're going to play right now. Let me go over to this. It kind of helps you prepare for the second weekend.
Yeah.
So my I watched her on the first weekend, and I was like, "Whoa, I want to go check her out." I started listening to her music all week, and then when I went to go watch her, I was like, "Wow, she's a good performer." And I wouldn't expect that. Mostly, like I think like she's more like a I don't know how to explain like her music, but it's like more women empowerment and stuff like that. Like kind of like music is pretty
Yeah.
cool, but like her lyrics are so good. I was just deconstructing her music, and I was watching like people performing on stage. That was another thing. I was like taking notes. I'm like, oh, I like the way he performed like that, or I like the way he performed like this. I'm trying to like take
Yeah.
mental notes for myself. If that ever, it's just so awesome to be there. And
What stage was she playing at?
she was at the, I think she was at the Gobi,
Oh, the
right?
Gobi.
She
The
was
Gobi.
great. I loved her.
Yeah, she was so good. I mean, she was just really, really good, and I was really lucky.
I like the Gobi because it's like it's a smaller one.
Yeah.
But I feel like the shows there are cool because it's like super fans.
Yeah,
I
and
watched
they have the chandelier.
the chandeliers. That's why last year I watched Nathaniel Cano, Mexican artist, and then
Yeah.
this year I watched Eladio Carrion. I watched the homie Disco there too.
Oh
The Disco
yeah,
at the
that's
Gobi.
awesome.
He opened up like it's like I think 2 p.m. or something at the Gobi, and then we're on there. His dad was there dancing, bro. Shout out to homie Disco, like that was
Yeah.
super cool. Yeah, so the Gobi, and I watched Eladio Carrion. This like Puerto Rican rapper. That fool's bad too. He brought out Anuel, and like everybody around you, just fucking people just singing. There's people like on people's shoulders because we were in the front too.
Yeah.
And then we watched that one after JG, and we caught like the last 2-3 songs of JG. Yeji.
Did you guys watch Danny Lux?
Weekend 1, I watched him.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Weekend 2, he brought out Cuco.
He did?
Yeah.
Oh shoot,
So,
Cuco.
I saw.
I love Cuco.
So I follow Danny Lux's videographer's name Esteban,
Yeah.
and this dude, I think he posted on his story, like the day before Danny Lux played. Cuco was with Danny Lux. They were in his mom's backyard in Desert Hot Springs, just like a random house, like a normal Desert Hot Springs house. There was him and Cuco. They were like, it looked like they were practicing or singing in the backyard, just no lights, just like friends hanging out in the backyard. And then the next day they're playing at Coachella. Like he brought them out and shit.
That's freaking awesome.
That was cool. I didn't get to see it though because I showed up super late. And then he also played at Coachella, which he got on last minute, and
Everyone,
cool.
all the girls were screaming and they went crazy. I saw the videos.
Yeah, it's cool. A free show for the community.
That's freaking
They
awesome.
do stuff like that. And then so you watched Nico. Who else was one of your favorite sets?
I really liked Toby. Toby, I don't know how to pronounce his last name.
Wine.
Yeah. One of the I am so glad I got to watch his set because I've been watching him on YouTube for like a really long time, and just the way he, with his colors and like his like the way he brings his family into it, and it's actually kind of funny. Actually, I was sitting there watching Toby, and they were performing. It's called the Moment like Experience, and I'm sitting there. I got my arms up, and I'm like, yeah, and like somebody like. I don't know. I put my arm around my lady and like put my arm around her, and this guy like takes his blunt and just puts it out on my arm on accident, I think.
Wait, what? He put it on your arm?
He put his blunt out like on my arm, and I'm looking down like, ugh. But I'm like trying to hold it inside because the guy's like, "Oh, sorry, dude. Sorry about that." And I was like, "Yeah." I was like, "Fuck, back to the medical tent again." I was like, "Shit." I was like, "No, I don't want to go to the medical tent again." And I looked down. I didn't know how bad it was, so I didn't want to look at it. But there was a black like line on my arm, and I'm like, "Okay, God." And I tried to think to myself like, "Please manifest something good," Like I was like, "Please, like." Stop, I don't want to get hurt. I stepped in gum already earlier that day, and then something else. So then I like rose my hand up, and I'm like, please. And then all of a sudden, like this T-shirt like flies like towards my face, and I don't know what kind of split second like reflex reaction I had from like my old football days or something, but I went whoosh, and I caught it. And it was a T-shirt, and I'm like, oh my God. And everybody was giving me props for the catch too. They're like, hey, nice catch, bro. Nice catch. And I was like, what? And I looked at it, was a T-shirt, and I opened it up. I'm like, oh shit, it's a Toby T-shirt. And then all of a sudden, 5 minutes later, another one flies. hits like this lady in the head. She's like more paying attention to ouch, that hurt. And it fell on the floor, and I'm like, I'm gonna snag this T-shirt too. I don't care about this. I don't care about this lady that's trying to like
You
recover.
came up with 2 T-shirts then?
I got 2 T-shirts. I got them right here. Actually, I was
That's
gonna
so
show
hard,
you
bro.
guys. I was actually gonna show you guys the T-shirt.
Yeah.
So this is the T-shirt here. Actually, they were giving this out. Can you see guys see that over there?
Coachella.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's pretty cool. I don't know if it glows in the dark, but it looks like it does, but it probably doesn't. But yeah, so there's it. It's only a size large, so I gotta like lose some weight if I want to try it on, or
And
just
that
give it to my.
QR code?
Oh no, I haven't scanned the QR code. Maybe there's an AR experience attached to it. But yeah, so I got this. So this is pretty cool. It's a souvenir. One of my favorite sets. This made it pretty cool.
Yeah,
And the scar I have on my arm right here from
Still
the.
have the mark?
Yeah, I do actually. It's right here. I don't know if you could see it, but yeah. So somebody asked. So this is my Coachella battle scar from this year.
So we just freaking branded.
They just branded you.
Yeah, I
and
know.
show.
I might as well.
I think
That's
Someone-
pretty crazy.
what makes your favorite experiences is
She's all knocked out.
what makes a cool experience is moments like that where
Yeah.
something happens or you just like remember the moment. For me, my favorite set of weekend 2 was Bad Bunny, bro.
Yeah.
Because he literally was like
Right in
he
front.
touched our GoPro, bro. So we were at Metro Boomin, like I said, we were in the front.
Yeah.
Boom. 15 minutes before Bad Bunny was gonna start, I told Brian and JT, I was like, hey, you guys could stay if you want, but I don't want to get caught in the traffic because we were like, there was so many people there. So we left 15 minutes early. We walked around to the back, started heading towards Bad Bunny. We showed up like 5 minutes before he started, and I love this spot in front of the soundboard. That's where I watched Karol G last year. I watched Rosalia this year.
Yeah.
And it's just like, because you get to see the front, like you could actually see the performers. It's a little far back, but you could see them. Then you see the screen, so it's kind of cool. Like, it's a good area. And then usually there's people like closer, so that everyone starts singing because people actually know the music or they're camping out, you know?
That's the best.
That's the best when you with
Best
people
feeling.
that sing every song.
Yeah.
And then we look to the left right there because in front of the soundboard, there's also like a little barricade. There was a fireplace, like a fake firewood, like burning. And then there was 2 chairs and some guitars and microphones. Or they were like setting it up. And I'm like, oh shit, they're going to do a performance right here, bro. Like, we better stay right here. And then we stayed, watching the show. Like, Bad Bunny's set was super crazy. Like, so many features, so many different moments.
Yeah.
He was really walking with the crowd, interacting with everybody. Like, he really stepped it up better than Weekend 1 for sure.
Yeah.
The energy too with the people, it was super sick. So we just see Bad Bunny out of nowhere, like we're just hearing him sing, and we kept looking because we didn't know who he was, and then you just see him like floating in a, like, I think it was a pineapple, or I think it was a floating pineapple.
Yeah.
And I told Brian, bro, he's coming towards us. Oh yeah, it was a palm tree pineapple. Fucking SpongeBob over here.
That's so funny.
So yeah, this was floating in a palm tree, and he like lands right where we're standing.
What the
no.
heck?
Okay, 10 minutes before that, in the area where we were, they let a lot of people jump the fence,
Yeah.
and they were like putting them in front of that little section because I guess they were gonna like put a lot of fans there. They're like, people were jumping over and shit. Like, so I started running to the right, like to see what the hell's going on, and then me and Brian just went straight to the fence. I was like, hey, come get the fence. Then we grabbed the barricade. So we're like front row, and then of course Bad Bunny floats over to us. He lands, he performs a song, and then we also see this dude in a wheelchair. This like old man in a wheelchair, like all kinds of security guards are there, and they're helping him up the steps. They sit him down. We didn't even know who he was, and then Bad Bunny got there. He finished the song, then he got and sat down with the old man, and he sings the songs like "Feliz Navidad." Feliz Navidad, like the one that they sing in the schools and shit.
Yeah.
He's like a legend. So they did their songs and they were right there, and then Bad Bunny like went to do some stuff with Jay Cortez.
Yeah.
Just in that area, but like more to the front. He did the thing with the jet skis. Like,
Oh, yeah.
Going back and forth. He did a
That's
few
pretty
songs
cool.
with Jay Cortez, and he came back to our area, like he came running, boom, this way. And then that was the video where he hugged some lady that was pregnant and stuff. And then like when he hugged her, then he came back towards us, and then we were recording. Brian had the camera and I had the GoPro. And then I made eye contact with Bad Bunny, bro. I was like, I was like, what the fuck? And then he hit my fucking GoPro, bro. Like he smacked my GoPro. Like I'm never watching that GoPro ever again. It's that homie Ricardo's GoPro actually. Ricardo don't watch that shit. Like that fool hit the GoPro. I was like, what the fuck? And like that moment right there is just like, what the fuck? The biggest artist in the world was like literally right there, bro.
Yeah.
So that whole performance, I became a fan of Bad Bunny too. Like just like, man, this is bad. I liked him, but now I want to get more into his music.
I really like that he brought out Grupo
Frontera.
I thought that was so awesome because, like, so, full disclosure, I didn't know anything about Grupo Frontera until I listened to one of your videos. You posted up a reel, and I listened to No Se Va or something like that on one of your reels that you posted. I'm like, hey, I like this song. I don't really listen to a lot of like I wasn't really listening to a lot of that type of music yet. So like I was like, let me just download it. So I downloaded that song. And then
I used it for the highlight of one of That's Underground.
Yeah.
That song was super popular last year. Like
I'm super late.
That one kind of put that song kind of put them on the map. Like they did that song and that shit went viral on TikTok. They were doing like a bunch of little trends, like Mexican trends and stuff.
Yeah. And
then they also had a song with Fuerza Regida, which went super viral. It's called Bebe.
That's
the Bebe song, super viral as well.
Yeah, so that's what happened to me. Like first it started with I went down a Grupo Frontera rabbit hole, basically. Because like first that song came down and I downloaded it, right? And then I happened to go on one other TikTok or something, and someone put Bebe, Bebe, and I'm like, oh my gosh! So I downloaded that one. And then the other one, the Un Presenta, or the one that they do with Bad Bunny. Yeah, and so my coworker told me about that song and said, "Oh, I hope that'd be so awesome." Because I was talking about Grupo with her, and she was like, "Oh, well, Bad Bunny is doing a song with them. They're probably gonna sing it. You don't know."
They dropped the song on Monday, bro. Like right between the two Coachella weekends. Like perfect marketing. Man.
So perfect. And so I was really happy about that. That was a highlight for me because
when they came out, I was like, "Oh, that's sick!" And everybody was singing because those songs were so popular.
Yeah.
And they sing that one with Bad Bunny, and like that's what I'm saying. Like his set was just so cool. Like so many different moments that he had. Like those he did an homage to like reggaeton, like the early reggaeton artists, like with the car and shit. The sequence where they filmed all over the valley, that was dope. Like just everything in general, just like a sick performance. That was my favorite. I really liked. Who was it I like from weekend two? Eric Prydz. Eric Prydz. I still don't know how to pronounce his name.
Me neither.
We camped out a little bit for his set, and like I was saying, that's why I missed Labyrinth. But like, man, the visuals were so crazy up close.
Oh yeah.
And then I didn't even see from the back because for weekend one I watched it from way in the back. He was in the middle of the hologram. He was DJing in the middle of the hologram. Yeah. So like, whenever the hologram will go dark, you see this was just DJing and shit. I'm like, imagine how it looks being inside that shit and then seeing all the people. Like that was probably getting like the best fucking trip. I
started tripping out big time because I saw like the hand with the phone. Like he was like
people.
Yeah, it was like looking at the phone, like it was a skeleton hand or something holding the phone. I was like, "What the hell? That's crazy."
Yeah, I was like, and then he would transition to like some cool visuals. Like, yeah, that was like, I got excited because like this is the first hologram since Tupac, and like technology just keep getting better, bro. Like they're just gonna do these insane shows. Like the technology in the Sahara tent. Whoever's that company that develops that, like
way better.
So the camera, they got the freaking NFL cameras now.
Oh yeah,
like the soccer ones.
Yeah, that go on the cable.
On the cable, bro.
Dude, that's crazy.
I was watching Blink-182 weekend one, and on the jumbotron, I was next to the screen because we went. It was so packed for Blink-181.
Damn,
Blink-182. My bad. Weekend one. We did the thing. We walked around. Like we couldn't even walk, and then we're like, nah, we just gotta go all the way to the front. We just kept walking,
hard, though.
And then boom, we got to the front. There was nobody right there by the screen, so we went all the way to the front. And then Blink-182, on the jumbotron, I saw like some of the shots they were doing with that camera. I'm like, what the fuck? Like the cinematography is just insane, bro.
Do you know why they call themselves Blink-182?
No.
So like, there's like a story behind it, but it's a short story. So the amount of times a rabbit blinks in a minute, something like that.
182 times.
182 times.
And why?
I have no idea why they chose it, but supposedly you might want to fact check that. But I heard that when I was growing up because I remember watching you know, Blink
Were you a fan
182
of?
was around. Yeah, I mean, I was into some other types of music, but like I did like them and Limp Bizkit and like people
Yeah.
like that, and it was kind of cool. It was really nostalgic to listen to them playing.
Where were you watching if where were you Sunday?
Oh, I was in the so I stay actually so we were kind of a little tired, you know. It's been a really long Coachella, a lot of miles walked, a lot of dust breathed in. Um, we basically sat. I mean, pineapple trees, palm trees started to look like pineapples. I was getting so tired, and
Rabbits do not blink 182.
they don't.
No, they lied to
That's
you.
what I heard. They lied to me then.
Look it up. Look up.
They blink 10 or 12 times an hour.
Really?
Look,
Are you
look up the origin of Blink 182. The name.
Yeah, find out what the name. Maybe I just got the animal wrong. Maybe I got the animal wrong.
Rabbit, right?
I said rabbit, but maybe I got the animal
It was
wrong.
the wrong animal.
Yeah, maybe it was something nasty, like I don't know.
Something nasty.
Something blinks 182 times, and I don't know what it is.
Blink 182.
I mean, oh, maybe it's a spider because they have 8 eyes, so all their 8 eyes blink, and then so 8 times.
I don't know.
I don't know.
What does it say?
It's crazy.
Like,
Really?
There's nothing special.
No.
There's nothing about 182.
And no animals.
Then I
blinking.
I was lied to. Then
Damn.
somebody was probably trying to like give me a
Sound cool.
pickup line
And
or
that's what
something.
used to happen before the internet.
Someone said it's the amount of times Tony Montana says fuck in Scarface.
Actually, that's probably true.
That's a good one.
Hey, I'll just adopt that one as the
Say
new
that one,
thing.
that was cool.
Yeah.
That one's pretty cool.
You ever seen Scarface?
Yeah,
Yeah. Fuck. What were we talking about?
yeah.
Fucking
The
Blink-
Gorillas? Just kidding.
Blink 182.
In case you guys haven't talked about it.
Oh yeah.
the Gorillas.
Oh my God,
What do you
Gorillas.
think of the Gorilla set?
Oh, dude, Gorillas was dope, especially with them bringing out Mos Def.
Yeah.
Holy moly! And like De La Soul, and that was kind of cool to see them.
I didn't get to see the full set because I went to see Metro.
Yeah.
So that's something I regret. But Metro was so good, bro. Like, I love Future. I love The Weeknd. Someone this homie named Calvin, he commented on one of my posts, and he's like, Metro could come back and headline one year.
Yeah.
Imagine just all the guests that he on the main stage. He could have packed at the main stage. He had 80,000 people in the Sahara,
Yeah.
bro. Like he could have been in the main stage.
Isn't that kind of like dangerous
What?
to have that many people on one stage?
Well, I mean, that's the way it goes. A lot of people
Yeah.
were complaining about the Sahara. They're like, damn, why they even have these big artists here that you can't even fit them. But it's because people don't go to the right. That's
Yeah.
literally the reason, bro. Like
I
you
know.
literally go right and you'll be
If
there.
people went to the right, if they just knew
The only thing you
about
do,
the right,
yeah, I've talked about it in 2 videos already. They don't
I
know
know.
their rights.
they don't. And
But yeah, like who else was some of your favorite sets this week?
oh, definitely. Well, Gorillas was pretty awesome.
Yeah.
They were really, really cool. It was awesome to see them perform a bunch of different songs from there. And there's a lot of stuff that I haven't really heard of his before that I didn't even know he sang, and so that was kind of cool to listen. No, I have one little thing about the set that I didn't like was that sometimes there would be like this really cool like music artist would come out and sing their guts out. But we would know we were like, who is this person? Like we wouldn't know who the person was because they wouldn't introduce them. So like this like singer came out, she had like this really cool hairdo and she was singing and we were like, who is she? Like I don't know who she is, especially if it's someone listening to them for the first time, wouldn't know who that person is. Or like he has like rappers that come out that he worked with that just like rap on all his songs and stuff. And some of them I'm like, oh, that's a talented rapper, but I don't know what his name is.
Yeah.
You know, so that's the only thing with like Gorillas. Like some of the people I had to guess, I was trying to figure out who they were.
They didn't do introductions.
Yeah, they didn't do introductions. Anytime they'd bring someone out, someone would come out with a backwards hat and they'd be like killing it. And we're like, oh yeah, hell yeah. Wait, how do I follow this person or how do I find this person? I don't know.
No,
That's
that
the tough
happens.
part.
And what do you think? Do you watch Blackpink?
We definitely watch Blackpink. I love Lisa. I love Lisa.
Yeah, they got down, bro.
Me and
Like,
Scylla love Lisa.
I know. I saw your wife was like she's like a big old fan, huh?
Yeah, she has the little
Blink.
Yeah, yeah, she's a Blink.
Blink 182.
Blink 182. She had the little thing, and like I didn't know you could hook that up to your phone and like change the colors through your phone.
Oh wow.
And yeah, and I was asking, I
It's
was
a
like,
hammer. No, what is that?
yeah, it's a
Hearts?
little hammer, and she's like, oh, I'm gonna buy the hammer, and then I found out it was like $65
Damn,
for
we
that
should have bought a
hammer,
hammer. Damn,
Blackpink hammer.
$65?
Yeah, that's how much that
is
is.
that what came in those like pink boxes?
Yeah.
Oh, it was
So
a
it was the
hammer.
hammer, and like I don't even like at first it looked like a sex toy or something. I didn't know
Yeah.
what it was. And then but like you press the button and it changes colors, and like another button vibrates it, and then I'm like, I don't know about this thing. Blackpink, okay, I don't know what but
that pink taste, that pink venom, dog.
yeah, but it was awesome. I loved Blackpink. And I like how they did their whole entire set, how they did a bunch of songs together. Then they did a little thing where they did separate little
Yeah, they're like
solo
songs.
stuff, and then they came back and they had their drone thing that you were
The
talking
drone
about.
show, yeah. Yeah, no, they had a great show. The choreography, the cinematography too. I loved it. The colors, like,
Yeah,
man, it was just, yeah, they got down. And then having Calvin Harris close it out, like, man, Calvin
Yeah.
Harris was just, he's just in
How
another
about
level.
how you knew the set list too?
Oh yeah, I knew all the set lists for Blackpink because well, they leaked it on Twitter.
yeah,
So one of the dancers like leaked it on like their notes, but I think they did it on purpose, bro. I think
Yeah.
they do that because why wouldn't you like when I used to go to Kanye concerts,
yeah,
I used to know like what his set times was. Like I was watching like, oh, he just played in Philadelphia, and you go to setlist.com. You could look up their last performances, and it tells you what songs and what order they played.
yeah.
So I would literally make a playlist the way the set, and then I would just listen to that, like the 1 hour, 30
That's
minute.
freaking awesome.
So when I got to the show, like I'm like, I know every song he's gonna play and just like sing along and have the best time. So they dropped the set times, and it was literally like how it so it was like the first 2 songs, and then it was like talking point, and then that's when they were like drinking
Yeah.
water and shit. Then it was like 2, 3 songs, then talking, then it's like a dance number, then it was like then the solo with intros, and then
Yeah.
then they said they come back together for this. So it was pretty accurate.
Yeah,
And that way we were like, okay, cool. So that's how I knew. Once I listened to most of the songs, I knew what songs were at the end, which is I didn't get to see the do 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 do, but fuck.
yeah. I wanted to see the do do do
But
do do.
I had to go watch.
Do
I had to watch.
do.
I had to go watch the hologram show,
Yeah,
and then weekend 1, I made that mistake where like I couldn't make up my mind, and we walked unnecessarily like 2 miles. Alex and my sister were there. I was at Eric Priz, and I'm like,
Yeah.
Odessa is also playing at the Do Lab right now with Secret Performance,
Oh,
and Kid Leroy was playing, and Blackpink was playing, and Eric Priz. So it was like 4 artists at the same time, and I was like,
Yeah.
fuck, where do I go? So we ended up really we watched most of Blackpink, then we went to a little bit of the Hollow show from the back, then we went to Do Lab. We watched maybe 2, 3 songs. It was super packed. We couldn't get in. It was already too packed. And for Odessa, and then Kid Leroy, we're like, we're here by the Sahara. Let's go fucking see something. And we watched his last song.
yeah.
Just the last song, Kid Leroy.
That's weird that you guys did, because the same thing happened to us. We were watching. I forgot what we were watching. At the
Blackpink.
Coachella. Yeah, we were watching Blackpink, and then we started. And then Scylla wanted to go see Chromeo, and then I went to go see. I was trying to find you at the whole hologram show, and then I went there, but I was up too close because I went all the way to the right. And I was like, nah, it's not even really this enjoyable to watch it up this close. I backed up a little bit, and I liked it a little more. And I was like, you know what? Like, it's fun, but like, sometimes when you don't have your friends and stuff, it's like, it's so crowded there. It's hard to find people, and the
Yeah.
cell service is horrible.
No cell service.
No cell service. And so, and a friend of mine actually told me a really good hint. Like, if you ever have problems with cell service, you go by, there's like during the speaker towers, they have these like cell boosters on the speaker towers. So if you ever need to send a text or something, you want to walk by one of the speaker towers, and that's where you'll get the best service if you're trying to get something, because most of the event doesn't have anything.
And they do that because they got signals.
Yeah, they have their own signals that they need the bandwidth for, probably.
That's smart. I didn't even know that. Good tip. Good
Yeah.
hack. Yeah. Now so you guys watched. Then you saw Chromeo.
Yeah, I got to see Chromeo. I did get to. I really liked. I saw Romy, which she's 1/3 of XX, the band
Yeah.
XX. Really awesome. She was actually DJing, and then she sang a little bit. Super awesome.
Where was that at?
That was at the Gobi, I think. I was also at the Gobi, and I saw Kenny Beats.
Oh, nice.
And so it was really cool because I actually at Ashnico and at Kenny Beats, I made it onto the Coachella stream, which was awesome.
I seen that.
Yeah, so it was pretty cool. Like it was like, I tried to find the camera and go like wave or dance like crazy, like just go all out. And then they're like, they put the, anytime something weird's happening in the audience, they try to like catch it.
Capture it, yeah.
Yeah, so I was trying to act as weird as possible.
Hey, you
Gotta
made it
act.
work. You made it work.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it was man, it's just such a crazy weekend, bro. But
There's also Youngblood. We saw.
yeah, we watched the shit out of artists over the 2
Yeah.
weekends, and I wanted to I ended up watching Metro Boomin twice.
Yeah.
But I watched the intro to Blackpink twice. I think only maybe like 3 songs on weekend 2.
Yeah.
So last week, yeah, we watched Youngblood. We were watching Pusha T, but we were too hot, bro. I couldn't take it.
Oh, I watched Pusha T.
Just standing in the sun. I was cooking, and I was like, bro, we gotta walk. I can't be just standing here.
Yeah.
So let's just watch a little Youngblood, and then let's go like to shaded area because it was too hot. So Youngblood was cool. It was like some throwback rock music.
Yeah.
It was cool. Emo times and shit. I was like fucking trying to cut my hands.
We saw Kali Uchis. She was really, really cool.
I didn't get to see her full set, but I watched maybe 3-4 songs from the back.
We saw Glorilla, which we love Glorilla because we just wanted to get like.
Glorilla was dope. I saw Flo Milli last week. She was bad.
Yeah.
Flo Milli's sick. And then I saw AG Club. That one's sick.
Really?
AG Club last week. I got the shit for the fiends. I got the shit for the users. And then like he started off a mosh pit. And it was like at 2 p.m. Like a hip hop show at 2 p.m. We were in a mosh. Oh, so we watched. No, he started at 2:30. So disco was at 1:30 at the Gobi.
Yeah.
We watched the set, and then the homies went back to the campgrounds, and I was like, nah, I want to go see AG Club. So I went with myself to the AG Club, and then I just got in there, and then from there, what was it I watched? I don't remember. It's been a lot, but
Revolution or no?
I didn't see Revolution. Oh, I think that's where they were going. But I didn't want to be in the sun. And
Yeah.
it was at the outdoor theater because being in the sun killed me on Sunday, weekend one. Weekend one.
Yeah.
I watched, went to see Conexión Divina on Sunday inside Sonora. And then we watched like the intro to the Bichos. Los Bichos, they're like from UK and shit. They're badass, bro. Like we were in a trance in there. We're like, they're fucking, like just play badass psychedelic cumbias. We watched maybe like half of the set and then we're like, oh, Fabulosos Cadillacs are going to play right now, outdoor theater.
I wanted to see them so
we
bad.
went, we saw it, boom, that shit was dope, but fuck, straight in the sun from 2 to 3 something.
Yeah.
And then my homie's like, oh, let's go to the Sahara, other side of the stage. I want to go see this DJ named MK.
Uh-huh.
We all went to the Sahara, and we were like, the sun was hitting us, like it wasn't covering the roof.
Oh, yeah.
So back-to-back shows in the sun. So by like 5 p.m., I was like, fuck this. So
yeah.
Me and the homie Oliver went to just recover, get some water. We were sitting down in the electrolyte, but we were like, fuck, bro, like it's too hot. And then from there, we rested maybe like 20 minutes in the shade, just sitting down, getting some electrolytes. Then we walked all the way to, I had a little like meeting with some people to take pictures. And then we went to the outdoor theater to watch Ray Shremmerd.
Oh, yeah.
And this was late.
I didn't want to
miss. He was late like 25 minutes.
Yeah, I saw that.
And, yeah.
We missed it.
I actually got, he performed like right in front of us during Black Beetle.
Yeah.
He was like right there. Bro.
The mannequin challenge.
It was sick. The mannequin challenge. So that was cool. I forgot what else I watched on Sunday, but yeah. Oh, and then this year we saw Doji, bro. I was with Brian.
Saw Doji, dude.
We did I think we were doing a report with the newspaper with Eliana and Andy, the homies. We were right there. We did like a little interview, and then I'm like, hey, Brian, let's go watch Doji. And then we went to the Sahara. And we got there, and I was just like, I was just chilling right there by the soundboard, and then the security guard was vibing. I recorded him. And then Brian was in there. He went into the front. He was dancing with people and just having a good time. People were vibing in there. It was cool. Doji was dope. And that's what's cool about Coachella, because you'll get like an artist like Blackpink, Korean music.
Yeah.
And then you get Doji, who's huge in India. Boom. You get Angèle. I didn't get to see Angèle, but she's big in France. Like, she makes French music.
Yeah.
You have Bad Bunny, Spanish.
Yeah.
Just different languages, different parts of the world, different we're all just there for the same reason, to have a good music experience.
It was so dope.
That's why Coachella is the goat.
Yeah, it is. And like I mean, even if you caught like one song, like I was walking by the Sahara when Lotto was playing. So I caught like one song of Lotto's, and then I went over and caught one song of, this person, and just kind of came through. And I went in the Yuma tent during Camel Flat, and I don't even know who the hell that is, but I know
Oh, the
he
line
killed
was
it.
huge.
Yeah, but
VIP is so
VIP was
easy,
so
bro.
perfect.
Fuck yeah, bro.
I went in there and it was
So
dope.
I never say like VIP is worth it to save
Yeah.
you time. Cleaner bathrooms, faster food,
Yep.
access to the Yuma. I think even just for access to the Yuma alone that's
It was. I forgot that it was there the first day.
Yeah.
Because I was like, damn, dude, that's a long line. We'll come back. But I forgot. I didn't know that there was a thing on the other side.
So
I was
we
like,
we were in the
shit.
Yuma, and then we walked out before Camel Fat.
Yeah.
And dude, I recorded the line, bro. It was like from there to the end to down the hill. Like I was like,
it was
oh
ridiculous,
my God, bro. They need to make that Yuma. I don't know, how could they make it bigger though? No, I don't know.
I don't
They need to
know.
do something, bro. And it's not even that full inside, bro.
It's not.
Full.
It's
like,
not. It's just dark and like, it's just.
I don't know what kind of protocols. Like they had to have a certain amount of people inside or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the Yuma's always cool. Like the AC,
So dope. The ACs are the best in the Yuma.
Yeah.
Like they have like giant black grills like on the wall, and people are sitting under it like on a bench. And I'm just sitting there like the people are sitting on a bench, and I walk up to these people, random strangers in front of me, and I'm like, with my shirt like flapping it, and like I'm right in front of them, like they're sitting there trying to rest.
You know who I ran into at the Yuma? Just resting in one of those chairs at Alfredo.
Really?
The homie Alfredo. I was right there, and I just looking at this was right there, just eating candy and shit. I was like, "Oh shit, what's up?" He's like, "What the fuck?" That dude was in the Yuma like all weekend, bro. That was one of those people.
One of those.
You know those.
One of those.
Yeah, I don't know, bro. Just
camping in the Yuma.
Camping in the Yuma all day, bro. Like, go watch some fucking real music, bro.
Yeah. I was gonna say the Do Lab. I didn't get to really take advantage of the Do Lab this weekend, and I should have. And they're squirting people with water, and I'm so stupid. It's so hot.
It's just too far away.
Oh,
it's like you have to be there, you know.
That's true.
3 days isn't enough for everything.
We need a third Coachella, dog.
A third weekend.
2 weekends is not enough. You don't get to explore everything or catch everything, bro.
Dude, like in the electrolit lounge.
Yeah.
Like I go in there and they have all this like the gross tasting coconut water left over. They don't have the berry or like the orange.
Yeah, they had all the flavors, but yeah, they run out.
But yeah, they were only giving out coconut to us. By the time we got in there, it was like the white one, and I was like, "What is this?" And we were drinking it. Like, I was like, "Damn, where's the berry or the?" Scylla was gonna be like, "I'm allergic to coconut. You have something different?" But they ran out. Yeah, it was crazy.
Just overall cool experience. So, anything else?
There's one more thing.
Yeah,
we need to talk about maybe some future.
Oh, predictions
for next year.
Super early predictions. Like I just sent it 2 days ago. I have the 3 headliners. Predictions already. So I think Coachella 2024, Frank Ocean. Coachella 2024 is Travis Scott.
Okay.
Rage Against the Machine. And Rihanna.
Oh.
But I also feel like it'll be an international artist in there, though.
Yeah.
Peso Pluma. Nah.
Maybe. Him getting brought out really stirred up a lot of conversation.
That dude's on a tear. So, yeah. So those are my 3. Rihanna, Travis Scott, and Rage Against the Machine. So the reason I say is because in the Coachella 2020 lineup, Travis Scott was in it, and Rage. Rage, they had some accidents, whatever. They said they're not doing shit this year.
He hurt his ankle too.
Yeah.
What's up with everyone hurting their ankles?
Their excuses to not perform.
Yeah.
So I think he'll perform next year because it's another election year.
Oh yeah.
And it's like boom, like he's been overdue 4 years. God. Like it needs to happen.
Dude, that's a good freaking
Rage Against. And then Travis, he was gonna be in this year's lineup.
Yeah.
But it was the tragedy in Houston was still recent, and they didn't want the negative publicity. So he already did. He performed at Rolling Loud this past March.
Yeah.
So I think they're gonna get him for sure. And then the third headliner, I'm saying Rihanna because the big Super Bowl thing, but then she's gonna have a kid, so hopefully she's ready by next April.
Mm-hmm.
If it's not Rihanna, I feel like it'll be somebody international again, but I don't know who. I don't know. Dua
Yeah.
Lipa. People are saying Dua Lipa.
Really?
That's what Alex said.
Dang, that's crazy.
Who do you think are coming?
Well, I mean, definitely there's people that are like highly anticipated for their albums and all that kind of stuff. I don't know about headlining, but I could see Cardi B showing up. They took away a lot of hip hop this year. I feel like there wasn't
A
a lot of
lot,
hip
yeah.
hop.
Too much.
Yeah,
EDM.
yeah, but I don't, I don't, I just really like when they insert a lot of hip hop in there because it's just kind of like the beats and everything. Just
Yeah, hip hop shows are sick. They had a lot of EDM this year.
yeah,
Very EDM heavy.
very. I'm not really heavy into that scene, so I mostly was discovery period for me, trying to like learn these new DJs and things like that, or
Yeah, but
DJs.
DJs are always fun too.
Yeah,
I mean, this one had it all. But yeah, I'm interested to see. I think for Mexican artists, or who are your predictions?
yeah. Oh yeah. So I was thinking, uh, like as far as headlining, wow,
So
that's
Cardi B's dropping an album.
I feel like I could see her on the list is Cardi B, and then
She's pretty big, no?
I think she's big.
If she drops a badass album again, because her
Yeah,
last album, every song was like top 10 or whatever, or top 100 on Billboard. I
yeah.
remember, like she had like top of the charts. Then she's
Or
dropped a
like
lot of collabs. And then what if she does another badass album?
or
Maybe.
or what if Quavo and Offset like do like Amigos with the hologram?
Okay.
I don't know, like a
That's too
takeoff
soon.
hologram.
That's too soon.
It's too soon.
Yeah, it was
Damn,
way too soon. Oh, Drake too. Drake be bad, bro.
it's been a little while
It'll
since
be
Drake
9
came.
years.
I was hoping that for Frank Ocean they were gonna play a joke on the crowd and have Drake
Drake.
come out. I was hoping that they would do that because of what happened when Drake
What do
got
you
booed
think
off the
happens?
stage.
What do you think happened once they found out Frank Ocean wasn't gonna play for weekend 2? Like, do you think people were sending messages to Coachella like, "Hey, I got this artist is ready, this artist is ready," or do you think Coachella was reaching out to artists like
I think they had a short list.
of backup songs?
I think they did, especially because
They
Blink
always have
182 was a
backups.
surprise, and they did so well the first weekend. They're like, well,
They're already here.
yeah, they're already here. They're ready. We already seen their show. They got it set up and it's already prepared. It's not a, and also I think they wanted to do something where, like I think you told me this, where they want because they did a surprise act after them, like something easy to just throw like DJ tables and where they don't have a big setup, where they don't have a
Yeah,
short.
because usually like those, if you're gonna do like as a headliner, they definitely need like a cool show. You know, if you're a rapper, you're bringing like guest performers, you're bringing dancers, you're doing different things with like the fireworks and the fire, and
Yeah,
you don't have time to make a show because it's literally like 6 days. Like a DJ, they're able to do a badass set, and just throw some lights. And they did a 6 show. Like they didn't really play a lot of popular music. Like they literally did like a just straight up fucking dance music show. That's what a lot of the community was saying. Like they fucking killed it.
Felt raw.
Huh?
Felt raw.
Yeah, just super raw. Like fucking, you're in there.
yeah,
It was super sick.
Yeah.
And then I saw the show. I didn't even know that was the ice rink that they used. Frank Ocean's ice rink.
really.
So where they were performing, that was supposed to be the ice rink. They literally converted it to have their set in there, and then it had
Really?
lights around them. That's where they were.
That's crazy.
That's where Frank Ocean was gonna be skating and shit.
That's freaking crazy.
And then that's the only thing that sucks is for the people that went to the front of the stage to
Yeah.
party. These were in the back, but then like they got the light show, so it was sick.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I was hoping for Missy Elliott next year or something like that.
Oh, that's
Someone
the
OG.
thing.
Nicki Minaj.
Yeah, somebody that hasn't been out for a really long time that can come out and just not mess up their ankle, hopefully, and go out. I mean, I kid around, but I really hope Frank comes out and with an album or something. But sometimes I feel like he's just his interests are more in his like Homer line and his blonded radio and like that kind of stuff. I don't know how much music, how much stuff, fashion and stuff is what he's been working on and stuff. So
Yeah, it'll be
I really,
when he drops. It'll be a big news.
yeah, I just think he probably burned the bridge with
I
Coachella.
always have. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's too much.
I don't think he'll ever play Coachella again, probably,
No,
and it
maybe
kind of makes
never
me
say
sad.
never.
Yeah, that's true.
Like Paul Tillett loves like Coachella's known for like reunions and
Yeah.
comebacks. That's why I always hope Kanye comes back, bro. That's my
What about
goal.
J. Cole? You seen his name?
It's because James Cole does Dreamville are on the same dates. and he does. It's his own festival now, so it's like he doesn't
Yeah.
need it. He realized like, why would I go play there when I could create my own shit in North Carolina? Like fucking.
Yeah.
North Carolina.
That's
I don't know.
true.
Is that where Dreamville happens or where?
I don't know where, but yeah, he has like
Yeah.
this huge amount of people that in
Yeah, it's like
Dreamville.
50, 60, 80,000. I don't know how many people, but it's like
That's crazy.
that's why these fools are realizing that. So Astroworld Festival, that's Travis Scott Festival. Like I guess it used to be like an amusement park or something back in the
Yeah.
day in Houston. It was like abandoned, and he like for the community there, he fucking did his own festival there. That's what it's called.
That?
It used to be called Astroworld.
What? That's where you got it from?
Yeah, and
It's
he
freaking
like an
crazy.
abandoned fucking or
Yeah, whole amusement
I don't know
park.
the details, but some shit like that, and that's why it's Astroworld. Yeah, everyone creates their own festivals. There's
Pharrell.
Pharrell's festival.
Yeah, and
in
Pharrell would be a good.
Virginia.
Yeah.
Just move it.
Yeah, there's a lot of artists. Who else would you think would headline?
I mean, like of course, like as it gets a little closer in the year, like when albums start dropping, you start thinking of like them touring and
course.
stuff, and it gets a little easier to like guess. But these are just some of the people that are like wish list, you know. Like
Yeah,
I know I was surprised that Taylor Swift didn't come. I know we talked about Taylor Swift a couple times, like as
She's
a
huge.
possibility, but you know she ended up her tour dates weren't matching up with Coachella, so it's like
Miley Cyrus.
Miley
I would
Cyrus.
love Miley Cyrus to headline, bro. That'd be
Really?
hard. She's got the best voice, bro.
Yeah, she has a good voice.
Her voice is badass. Like she's got talent, bro.
Yeah, she's very, very good.
Yeah, she would be sick on the lineup. And then as far as like other artists, so not headliners, but I think Fuerza Regida's coming.
Yeah.
Fuerza Regida, Peso Pluma's coming for sure. I don't know. I don't think headlining, but he'll come.
Yeah.
Like somebody told me, I have somebody that was working the production backstage, and then Paul Tele was like sitting down talking to Peso Pluma like by themselves, like on a low table.
Oh shoot.
So like
that might mean something.
He's the number one streamed artist in Mexico.
Yeah.
He had the number one song in Latin America before Bad Bunny dropped the one with Grupo Frontera. The Ella Baila Sola, like that shit's going crazy. He's the most streamed Mexican artist in history and on Spotify. No Mexican artist has had that many streams on Spotify as him. He's breaking all the records and shit. And I think by all this momentum now, and then he'll probably drop he hasn't dropped an album in a while. He's just been doing like singles.
Yeah.
And then he was at the Laker game yesterday too with Chicharito in the fucking front row. So he's just building his name, building interviews, more songs, more performances. And then all year, maybe drops another album. Coachella, like that'd be crazy.
Yeah.
So I think Fuerza Regida, which they're also doing a small stadium tour right now. They have some shows. They're coming to Acrisure Arena too in November.
Oh,
so they'll be here, and then maybe Coachella, and then Odessa. This year they did a bunch of festivals, and they did the global tour last year. And then Coachella had them for the Arctic Dome, so that was their song on the Arctic Dome last year.
Yeah.
So they're also playing at Acrisure in September, and I think they'll be at Coachella next year. Kind of wrapping up their whole tour. I forgot who else I said for predictions, but those are like just some of the ones I know. I mean, I think Eddie Zuka's coming. So Eddie Zuka's been doing nothing but AEG or Golden Boy events.
Yeah, I think Eddie Zuko's coming. He's got to come.
He's guaranteed next year.
Yeah, I think Eddie Zuko. I'd love to see SZA again, but I don't know if I've seen her. Yeah, I like SZA. She's huge too. She's doing big right now.
Top 5 on streams worldwide.
Yeah, she's doing really, really big stuff right now. I know.
Yeah.
I know people talked about Olivia Rodrigo or something, but
I thought she was gonna be in this year's.
I know. I thought so too.
Yeah.
Yeah. I know. I thought
she loved during COVID. So I think Ty Verdes too, maybe.
Yeah.
And Olivia Rodrigo would be cool. Eslabon Armado, maybe.
Yeah, I've been thinking about a lot of different.
No, well, there's so much time.
There's so much time. I know it's a little early to talk about it, but
early predictions.
It'll be funny if we watch this and we're right about some of these.
Yeah, as far as like DJs and shit, I don't even know. I don't know who's dropping or doing.
Who was your least favorite set?
Least favorite set of the weekends.
Frank Ocean doesn't count.
Frank Ocean doesn't count. Least favorite. Damn.
Like which one disappointed you? Were you like kind of disappointed, just not vibing? You think of one?
Damn.
I think for me, I don't want to say Pusha T because he did the best he could. It wasn't his fault, but he had a lot of audio problems, and he ended up having to end a little earlier and he even was upset about it too. He's like, "Sorry guys, it's not me. It's the audio. I got to end my set though because the next."
I watched it on stream. We were here watching
Yeah,
it. Yeah, no, I can't think of my
yeah,
worst set, but I do
so
want to talk
shit.
about Rosalia, bro. Her set was fire, bro.
Yeah,
I really like Rosalia. I don't know her music like that, but I liked it because I was like with people who were just singing every song, and like it was like the vibe around us like just made the performance, you know. And the performance was pretty cool. Like she did like a lot of emotional songs. Like it
yeah.
was just her playing the piano, like her and just like against the mic, like fucking like real
She's
intimate.
badass.
And she would do like cool dance routines, and then she brought Raul Alejandro, which is like her boyfriend, and did like a whole sequence and like.
Oh, he's gonna play at Acrisure Arena
Yeah.
too.
Oh, he might come to Coachella next year too.
And he's gonna bring the Jabberwockies. So
Yeah.
it'd be like,
It's May 2nd. I think it's like next week. It comes out
Sorry.
soon, but I'm not thinking about going to that.
Just go up on the job.
This
I
week,
know.
I just want to go see the Jabberwockies, bro.
I just want to see the job. Yeah, yeah. I'm a huge Jabberwockies, like I'm a Jabberwocky fanboy. Like I downloaded all their stuff. Me and Scylla dressed up like Jabberwockies for Halloween, and we looked good. Like we looked legit. Like we were doing the like. And like just like just moving like crazy.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Odessa. So Odessa's, I'm watching my Knocker shirt. It's in
So
September.
that's gonna be.
It's
dope.
like a fucking Tuesday or Wednesday though. The show.
I want
And
to
I
go.
didn't even know. I bought tickets. I'm like, oh, they were $80 floor seats.
What?
Maybe a little more with fees, you know. Like,
But are Jabberwockies coming to that too?
no,
Oh,
but
Odessa.
Odessa, and then I hit up my friend and I was like, hey, you want to go? Let's go watch it.
Yeah.
And this was like, wait, you know that? Well, during the week, that's cabrón. And I was like, what? And I was like, oh fuck, it's on like a Tuesday or Wednesday.
I'm down.
So I didn't even know that it was. I just bought the tickets. I was like, I want to go.
That's like a perfect time to.
I've been wanting to see Odessa for so long. So anyway, Lizzo's
Oh,
coming
Lizzo,
too.
yeah, Lizzo's and Lotto, because Lotto's.
Peso Pluma's coming too.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
My
that's
gosh,
crazy.
Kiss.
End of the world tour. I saw them for the end of the world tour.
Crazy.
2 years ago, 2021, we watched the Kiss End of the World tour.
Yeah.
We went to Irvine to watch it at the amphitheater. They were actually really hard. Who opened for them?
That scared me.
Hey, who opened for Kiss?
I don't remember. We weren't there for it.
Yeah, we were. We caught the end of it. It was like another band. I don't know. But yeah, we watched Kiss, and that shit was pretty cool. Now they're still fucking touring. They haven't retired. That was 2 years ago. They might retire this time.
I know. Who knows? Everyone thought Ozzy Osbourne was retiring, and now Power Trip.
I know. I'm excited for Power Trip. I am gonna go. I have to see Iron Maiden, and it's like ACDC. They have a new singer now.
Yeah. Tool.
Metallica, Tool, just legends, bro.
Yeah.
Like it's a once in a lifetime. I didn't go to Desert Trip. I never went to it, and I kind of regret not going. So, I'm definitely gonna be in there, and it's in the Polo Ground. So like, we know what it's like, So that's dope. And then we get to watch.
I wonder if the tips are gonna work at Power Trip.
Shit, I don't know. We're gonna have to go scout because I feel like they're gonna make this. I think moving forward, they're gonna do an October festival, no matter where it is, like guaranteed, bro. Like they know that shit works and people want to see it. And Golden Voice events are the best. Like
and they gotta make like they have that Empire Polo Grounds for the next 20 years or something
till 2050
or 2050. 2050.
Yeah.
Holy crap! We're gonna be like, hey, Angel.
I'm gonna be in the front with the king, dog. I don't go fuck.
And you're gonna be like, boof, 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 boof. And my teeth are gonna pop out. I'm gonna get my teeth, and I'm like, hologram shows are gonna be like crazy.
It's gonna be all fucking drone and hologram.
Yeah,
shows
like it's gonna be the technology's gonna be like we're gonna have like power gloves on, and they're
gonna make like festival like gear for your knees and shit, so you can walk more. And run.
So that my knees don't hurt. It just walks for you, like bump by itself. Oh shoot, that's crazy.
Dope.
And like it'll have a built-in Camelback, so you don't get thirsty. You can just stay, and you go to the restroom, so you can just stay in front of you. You can camp out.
It filters.
Yeah. I know. We're like coming up Golden Voice. We got all these ideas, Oh my god, we're ready.
Right, so that's it for Coachella recap. Let us know your thoughts in the comments. What do you guys think of Frank Ocean, whatever we talked about, and we'll see you guys in the next one. We'll see you guys at Coachella 2024. Hopefully our predictions are right. Thank you, Adam.
What's up?
Follow him on Instagram.
Oh yeah, follow me on Instagram. Dial Vicious World Radio, or Dial Vicious Entertainment.
Put your head close to the camera.
Oh yeah, right there. Yeah, look at that name right there.
The boy.
Yeah, let's get ready. Let's make things happen. All right.
All right. Later, Mr. Frank Ocean too.
Oh yeah, later, Frank Ocean.
Say,
I hope your ankle gets better. I still love you though. I will always love you. You're awesome. But please come out with a new album. Perform.
Perform.
Just perform.